Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to take a quick look at AMD. They just had some crazy updates yesterday. Stock price went up over 10% yesterday. We can see in the past 5 days, the stock is up 16.1%. In the past month, it's up 41.62%. And year to date, this stock is up 60.62%. A lot of the gains have come from just the past month alone that we saw that 41% growth. So in today's episode, I want to take a quick look at what they shared yesterday, just my overall thoughts on the company. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and check out the pinned comment where I have 10 free stock ideas for you, and my weekly newsletter where I share this awesome presentation of all the stocks I take a look at. Like I mentioned, right now the stock price is down about 1.2%, but yesterday was amazing. So let's take this quick update on AMD. So AMD on November 8th, they did a live stream, and this live stream featured an update of all their server products. They announced numerous chips, and we're going to talk about them throughout the episode. But the second thing that also happened, I think this is something a lot of investors were excited. Meta, also known as Facebook back in the day, is now a customer of AMD's Milan processor. Milan is AMD's third generation server processors. So we've seen a lot of adoption from AMD's Milan processors. In their past earnings, they said that this third generation has been one of the highest adopted out of all the generations AMD has produced in the past. So now let's go back to the live stream. I do want to explain, I think this live stream was pretty awesome. It's about 37 minutes. If you want to take a look at it, I definitely would recommend. But they mentioned that right now, the way data centers are moving, data centers all have different purpose. Depending on what the company is using it for, they kind of give us 4 main purposes. First is general purpose. Second is more like technical stuff. Third is more like acceleration. And 4 is more like cloud native. So they say, hey, data centers are being grouped into these 4 segments. Each processor or whatever we're building, equipment we're building, needs to be able to hit one of these markets, and they kind of explained that a little bit. So for example, right now they did mention that they're making improvements to their Milan, which is their third generation. They're calling it Milan X, and Milan X is expected to come out in Q1 of 2021, and this is expected to hit the first 2, general purpose and technicals, in the data center realm. So they're seeing that market there. Next, they also announced a new graphics card, a new accelerator for the data center world. This new data center is gonna be the MI200, and this is gonna be out of AMD's new CDNA 2 architecture, which I think is pretty impressive. Right now, the new GPU seems to be a major competition for NVIDIA's A100. Let me just put this in disclosure. I do own both AMD and NVIDIA. NVIDIA is my number 1 position. AMD is my number 2 position. This new GPU does seem to be a competition against NVIDIA's A100. But so it is a major competitor to their previous generation. We have to see how they go against the new generations. But this new graphics card is one of the first multi-die GPU. So there's about 2 chips in one die, which is pretty impressive. They come out in 2 different configurations. First is their OAM configuration, which is this picture I have right now, that is available now for purchase. The second one is going to be the PCI Express, which is your normal graphics card, again mainly for data centers. That one's expected to release in Q1 of 2022, so a few months from now. Do you want 10 free stock picks right now? Well, if you do, let's take a quick listen to today's sponsor, a great reason why I'm able to provide so much content to you guys for free. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 free stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beat the market by more than 4x. Go to fool.com/Jose to get your free 10 stock picks now. The final major hit that they talked about, or the final new product, and for those, the GPU is going to affect their third type of data center, which is the accelerated data center. So we already know that they're already hitting 1, 2, and 3. They also announced that they are already working on their 4th generation processor. This is going to be Zen 4. So Zen 3 is right now the one that's being used for Milan. Zen 4 is going to be used, and it's going to be called Genoa. Genoa is on track to be released in 2022. Again, this is going to cover the number 1, which is general purpose, and number 2, technicals in the data center overall market. But, so we've seen they cover general purpose, they cover technical, they covered accelerator with the GPU. The one they haven't covered is cloud native, and that is number 4. But with this Gen 4 Zen 4, they're actually going to make kind of an off chip out of Genoa, and they're going to call this off chip Bergamo, and Bergamo is going to come out in the first half of 2023, and this is one that's going to be entering the cloud native market. So I think the products that they are announcing are super strong. It just shows the innovation that this company is making. So I'm really excited that AMD is my number 2 position in my portfolio. But my overall thoughts at the moment, this is very similar to NVIDIA. I do believe the stock is priced for perfection. That doesn't mean the stock can't keep going up, right? The stock price can keep going up. But if there's a small slip up, even a small slip up, I believe it can cause a massive downturn. The new chips obviously look impressive in paperwork, but we will have to wait and see, right? I mean, we're already seeing strong adoption of Gen 3 Milan. So I would expect Gen 4 Genoa is also going to be super strong. The GPU, I really want to see what NVIDIA has intact against them. But like I said, I'm happy to have both these positions. As an investor, you don't have to choose one or the other. Sometimes you can hold both. So like I mentioned, tier level, this is a tier 1 in my account. It's the 2nd biggest position in my account. At these levels though, this is more of like a low dollar cost average. I personally wouldn't go out there and buy a big position, but that's just my style. I believe there's a room for a lot of volatility. Like I mentioned, I do own. I have no plans of selling. Even though I believe volatility is happening, I'm not here trying to time the market. I'm not going to sell. At the same time, I personally wouldn't add much of a position right now. So this was updated November. The episode came out November 8th, or the live stream. This is actually November 9th. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to sign out for the newsletter if you want this presentation for free and all the other stocks that I cover. Take care, have a good night, and see you next time.